If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now Mahomes. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have to return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup.
Let's go! You're a beast,
and Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell, and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to put you around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Not accurate at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they look pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. They'll look to add to that lead.
Someone go long.
The defense gave them, going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back
that
over.
wasn't complete, though.
They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
He caught that, but it was
incomplete.
That would have been
by scoring some points.
And to get a little more
that was
cushion.
incomplete, though, so...
Mahomes again here
someone
on
go
2nd
long,
and 10.
huh?
Over the middle, complete.
You caught that?
McCoy.
You're a goat.
And
You really just
down,
caught
but
that.
Not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a
that's what I'm
first down.
saying.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
There goes a deep ball in zone.
Oh, my, if you caught that.
Will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I'm up past this.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but
Yo,
despite
your
that
mic
lack
is
of
in your
production,
fan
they
and
still
I
have the
cannot
lead.
hear
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I'm just really trying to concentrate
Well, they're
on
unable
this
to convert
game,
that
bruh.
into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd
He
and
just
goal?
threw me right near the
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
No!
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Wild Bill.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Let's
Under
go.
pressure and
Get
down
down.
he goes
Safety.
in the end zone.
Let's go.
And that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I
think
can't
he's
stop
got a great
the stream
point.
delay.
I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding
Someone
down
better
here
go
in the
on
3rd
this.
quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your
Oh, yeah.
approach on this drive?
Oh, my
Too
God.
early to fully
Caught
commit to
that,
playing the
bro.
clock game.
Damn.
Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
I
Take
can't
the clock
stop
out of
it.
the game a
I don't
little
know
bit,
how.
wind it
I never
down,
thought of
but at the
that.
same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays
I
off
forgot
for
what
29
still
yards.
means. But I'm
Bobo's the
gonna
Mike.
start. I think it means that I could like bullet through people.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10.
Caught that.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2
Big
plays.
stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now McCoy. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, baby.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Really?
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes
Come
looking
on.
end zone, but it's incomplete.
The freaking guy went out in the white line.
Did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow,
Yes,
And that is
touchdown.
caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy.
Huh?
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are
Yeah.
able to extend their lead. They
And I
went empty
saw what you
backfield,
just
all
did.
their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
no secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect it.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll
The
try
mic
and
is
throw for it.
spazzing out.
To
Come
the goal
on, you
line,
could have
but
caught
it's
that, you
incomplete.
fatty.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
Get
And
that
on a return,
out.
here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Tackled to death.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to
Imagine
take
someone
over.
getting tackled and they
coming
die
off
on
a
the
3
field.
and out, my
That would be
friend.
so sad.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a
Like, they
spot
just
that
get
they haven't gone
suffocated.
before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
No, I
so
mean
how
in
do you
real
do
life.
that? How do you
In
shake
game,
things
that
up?
would be
You
hella
look at
funny.
what you called before, realize it hasn't
Go
worked
to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A second down pass play there, but it's
What was that
incomplete.
pass,
The
though?
intended receiver was set the valve, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Foles. And that is
What are your
incomplete.
passes?
Well, it just seems like all game
I
long there
don't
hasn't been a
know.
lot of
You
sync
guys
quarterback to
suck.
wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw
Oh, wow, you
plays up.
finally caught
They haven't been on
something.
the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
But-
Here's a throw out wide complete to his
Throw
running
him to
back
the
right
floor.
side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen
Hey,
play.
buddy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
What was
Another
that?
pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Here we go.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
53 at the
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll drop to throw.
Oh my
Looking
god.
sideline, incomplete. He started out
Yeah.
having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%,
Yesterday,
and you and I both
yo,
know
you
that
should
just
try
won't
to
do, so
blend
I think
Oreo
it's
ice cream up and put it in a cup.
Putting
It's
it on the
honestly,
receivers,
but
make
it's a
them win those one-on-one
milkshake.
battles on the
technically.
perimeter.
It is a
and find their way
milkshake.
open.
And he's corralled, but not before getting
Bro,
inside the 35.
my guy just piggyback right
Give
in.
him 14 on that one and a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Mike.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
We got this.
Fourth quarter,
They have to
felt
look
like
under
they
their
needed
legs
the
for the
football
ball.
back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the
Bro,
team
can you
expecting
not
it, they
go
do
to the...
actually
Oh,
recover
that
the ball,
counted?
which is what we saw
I
here.
thought he went out.
I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when
No,
you
but
score
it
special
counted
teams
somehow.
93% of the time, you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
Yo, you guys need to go farther
Here's a
than
throw
that.
right side, taken in by his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I love
They
farther.
only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I'm just going to pass it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
That should have been a
And
touchdown.
he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
That wasn't a touchdown, but it should have been a touchdown.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a step back in this spot, because we saw the catch there.
Yo, this guy is right at me. Who's on that guy?
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now a second down
Can you
throw
catch
for
the ball?
end
You
zone,
have
but
gloves
it's
on it. I
incomplete.
think that has grip on it.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they
I
convert
know it's
another
done.
here on 3rd and goal? Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What? Oh, my. That wasn't even a touchdown. Wow,
Well, they could just
whatever.
run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but
wow,
this
that
widens
was
it out, as
so
you
bad.
said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Oh, never mind. That wasn't a touchback.
This
That's
is
all that
taken
matters.
at his 4.
Go around him. Go around him. Oh, my
And not a bad
God.
return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled.
they
Do
definitely
they try
lost.
to
They
put
cannot
together
come back
something
and
here
do
at the
that.
end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
Yo,
And
I
that
don't
was
want
the
to see these
message to the
stupid
team.
cut
Something to
scenes,
build.
man.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charlie.
All right. Finish. And then let's do the team. Let's do it again. Yes, play next week. Yes. Continue to season. Ooh, yeah. 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 No, he's not. Yeah. JKS isn't even watching. I don't want problems. Play full game. 60 minute. Okay, bet. I could. Oh, I could edit uniforms. You think I can't see that?
Like I'm Barry Sanders, chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what?
I don't care.
Yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like
It's really, it's not like anybody watching me anyways. Yeah, you're the only one.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is mad.
Thank you,
That's gonna make
Coach.
them a
EA
gold digger.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California.
How about
Today, it's a
how
matchup
about
in the
you subscribe
AFC
for,
West
a little bit of
between
money,
the
huh?
Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries. They used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. And let's check on the numbers for Jalen Richard last week. 17 carries, 52 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Mike 5'9", Mike
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Carr gives to Richard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a two? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Carr going to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
Forces 4th down.
Come on, fellas.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And off his back foot, he'll heave this in deep. And that'll wind up
Can
incomplete.
you run, fatty?
Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one.
And look at this. It's a fake.
Bro!
But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, We usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Time for a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Oh my, why am I going
back?
back?
Is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
My teammates never even go long.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. It got his man complete.
Caught that?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch for the NFL's catch leader after 1 week, and it's a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so
I don't even know if
2nd
you're
and
still
4.
watching.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And
Oh
he's able
my,
to
I
get it down
just
to the
juked him
2-yard
so hard
line.
right there.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's
Touchdown.
going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
You have to go to Madden NFL 20, right? The normal one, and then if you scroll down, it should show trial.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
I don't think you'll lose it. You can keep on playing, but
just fan bases.
I don't know.
They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
You ain't got nothing.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Hill on the return.
Oh, wow.
A very good return that time.
Let's go,
18
boys.
yards.
Let's go.
And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
No, I didn't want to run it.
Coming up later tonight.
I didn't even
Sunday
see
night
what
football, a
position
good
I'm
one from
supposed to
Atlanta.
go to
Eagles
run
and
it.
Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Let's go.
Well, last year, Chris Conley was the 3rd option at receiver for Kansas City. He shipped off to Jacksonville. Now they're hoping that Robinson can help fill that void. And Andy Reid has said that he and Mahomes are developing a great rapport, hoping to improve upon the 22 times they connected last season. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 1:58 left to play until we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
Let's go.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going
Let's go, touchdown!
Touchdown, Kansas City!
Let's go.
DeMarcus
Touchdown,
Robinson,
baby.
his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Bucker on to kick it away.
He's gonna...
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's
and
go!
Up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee.
4 yards?
Start
You're
at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense led by Antonio Brown heading back out. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
But certainly that has played a big role into why they are tripped. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
We better than that.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Yeah, we're going against
We got this. We got this.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll make it third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Another touchdown.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. The road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Yellow.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. Gotta like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of...
He's got it at the 15.
That was such a good pass.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
how he's celebrating, but it's 28-3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Chris Jones on the stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not initially. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. They'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Well, I have to go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. They were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop. Down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned an ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. Let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
He just got tackled in midair.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance,
my player has
and
an
have a
injury
chance
now.
to affect the pass.
Okafor. He tore his shoulder? Oh. Wow. That's painful. That is so painful.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been one of their few
torn
bright spots so
shoulder,
far.
It's like carrying
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23.
Yo,
And oh, he
I
sheds
got
a
a
tackle. Now he's got some
touchdown.
space. And he will score.
I caught it and touchdown. That was
Kansas
so
City.
easy.
A 77-yard punt return as his guys continue to pour it on.
41-3.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work.
My.
That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Point after,
now.
right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Bro, I'm supposed to get tackled right there, but I just went past all of them.
And he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the
that was
punt
a very
return for a
accurate
score,
kick right there.
let's see what they can do in turn
And
on
that's
this
a touchback.
kickoff.
He's
That'll
always
be
scared.
taken in the end
Yeah,
zone.
he's just gonna touch
And
back
no
like a
run
little
back here.
scared
This will be a
Good work,
touchback,
boys.
and
Let's
it
go.
comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
If you
Well,
would
you
have
know
run,
how
he
in
would have got
baseball, when
tackled.
the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the
Get
sideline,
that
puts
out
on
of here.
sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
At
The
this
work
point,
he's
I don't
getting.
even need to try. I just want
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Hard out of throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, D, let's all right, D.
What's up?
Oh, that's
Now
a flag.
flags will
That
come
is
in.
my bad.
I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Bro, against
A free
defense,
5 yards
they
as
got
the
a
defense
penalty.
jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on
I'm
that
here
one.
all day.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Pass complete, Carr to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've
Now
held them
with
in
my
check on the
possession, they finally
scoreboard.
got a field goal,
I'm kind
but
of
they didn't get a
surprised by that
touchdown.
they
They only
kicked the
got
field
3.
goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third
Yeah,
quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that
Let's see if I
much,
can score
kicking a
another
field goal,
touchdown.
does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white
Waving the white, I
flag
was
and just
just
want to
gonna
get
say
out of
that.
here? Yeah, I think you got to
They
go ahead and
locked
try and
me.
get
They
some bigger
locked me.
points.
They locked me.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at
Let's
the
go.
32-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football
You
League.
want that lob?
The ball popped in the
No
air.
way! That
Intercepted.
touched the ground before he could
LaMarcus
even
Joyner
get
with a
that.
pick. And his guys will take
That
over
was
at
such
their
a
own
good round.
44-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
I love how they're working.
So
Like,
good
let's
starting
go!
field
Let's go!
position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Carr. His throw incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Carr. And his pass incomplete.
So inaccurate.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
It's a screen to Richard. Past the 20.
And
he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting heavy pressure towards your quarterback,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
The freaking thrower just got tackled by the
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation.
You know what I love
In
about
this case, though,
basketball?
I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good
matter
beating
what
out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Carr completes it, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He wasn't ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Let's go, baby.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back.
Like, you know, wide. But, like, in football, I have a guy
on 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
He caught that! He got the goal!
Touchdown. Sammy Watkins.
He
his
actually
first
just
touchdown
caught
here
that.
of the new campaign. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. He can't bring it down. No, the fumble. It's out.
No, they didn't. Did you just see me jump over them? I just flopped.
Look at the big man rumble.
The big man rumble.
He's at the 50, the 40.
Run.
He's at the 30.
Yes.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're like, look at the big man rumble.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
For real.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Did you see my guy just fly?
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. Super dope.
The throw complete here to Williams.
I don't know. I saw him
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On the draw, Richard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
It's not a fake laugh, bro.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Other people have laughed.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
I wasn't even controlling him. He did that on himself. What are you doing? Get the ball.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
Can you not
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as...
He's got a man, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would... that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No.
Okay. If I got that touchdown...
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
I injured another person. His back. My players
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
I got another.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
I would have run by all of them, but I just...
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now. And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal man
a costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
City, baby. Touchdown, City.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right.
And
he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big. And they got it there on the option play for a loss. What are you doing? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 19. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run. A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can say to the head coach, let's go get it on 4th down? Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Mike, hey, here we go.
Carnell on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
185.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning. They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow. So for the Chiefs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week.
No. No, I didn't. I didn't finish my thing.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strength. This is the development. This is the abilities. This player has a zone ability. This is a
with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sons, I'll replace those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. That's the big skin when he stretch your distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanna like me cause I blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what point to guard. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number. Yeah, and it feel like,
Hold up.
all day like, all night like, whole squad like,
Oh,
and it feel like,
I think it's because my headphones fell out of my... Is it better? Yeah, my headphones... I didn't even notice that my headphones fell out of my ear. Yo, I leveled up so many players right there. You want problems. We're gonna go against the Detroit Lions.
Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No bubble, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man.
Look at Mahomes with this curly hair. No one wants Crosby, by the way.
Shady! Throwing some shade. I'm just...
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
You're playing Fortnite? Wow.
250!
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. He's taken from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Back to throw. Stafford. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Like 10 at the 4-yard line. Emmanuel Agba.
Well, he has
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week?
Yeah, Eric had
6
4
sacks.
too.
Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Why? They get what?
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense,
I
they're
showed
going to
all
have
my
excellent
players
field
for
position.
Russell
They take
Westbrook.
over with a 1st and 10 on
I
the
know
short side of the
Russell
field.
Westbrook because I put 2K because 2K20.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And his
Why
throw
are
is
you
incomplete.
There was no point in going back on that throw,
team
bro.
in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself you give yourself a big chance to win.
So if they're up around 24,
Why?
Mahomes can't get away,
Oh
and
my
down he
God.
goes. Romeo Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to
So
drop
you're
it.
telling me,
After the
so you're
sack,
telling
things get a
me
little tougher
what?
here. 3rd and
So
long from
go
Mahomes and the
on
Chiefs.
my, get offline on
Mahomes gonna
Eric's
throw.
account.
And
Go
going
back
deep
on
for
my
Hill.
account.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them
Those guys
credit.
just
They
did a
took
whole
their shot, but it's going to bring up
So you
4th
actually
down.
want me to do that?
I'd say that qualifies as a pretty darn good opening series. Get them into 3rd.
Okay, fine. Just
But how about
fine.
this?
Okay. I'm gonna have to leave the party because I have to get
And
off
this
Eric's
is
account because Eric's not here. He's at my
huge
nana's.
gamble, and it does not pay off.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
It's
And I'm only
such
on
a
his
risky
account because I wanted
there
to play
fake
one
it.
game of basketball.
Either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate,
It's
too,
my team.
because you know they
I'll
thought
be
they
back.
had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn.
Holy.
Call it about a gain of 3.
I'm surprised that he
Looking at
didn't even
3rd
get
and
injured
7
on that.
coming up.
My whole team just went on him.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Let me to the
Now
party,
maybe bring
okay?
in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will
Oh,
remain
he
a scoreless
failed
game.
that? You suck.
Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
I am
And they'll
on the
wind up
way
getting
on the
this one
touchdown.
all the
I'm
way
right
down
there.
inside the 20.
But I just got
The
tackled
catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
at the last second.
So the big play moves just like that. They'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The
No, it's their
2017
ball.
All-Pro Darius
I
Slay
only-
there in coverage, knocking it
Never
away.
mind.
54.
So
I
they'll
swear.
come up after the incompletion
If
for
I
a
don't get a
2nd down.
touchdown this possession.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be
Touchdown!
caught about the 6.
There's no way that's
First
not a
catch for the man
touchdown.
leading the NFL in
Half of
receiving
my
yards in
body
this first
is
month.
on the touchdown, and that
first
wasn't
down
even a
to boot.
touchdown.
Yellow. There's the blue lady.
Double tight, guys. Double
Yeah.
tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Why?
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The quick slant caught.
Ow! Can you
And
guys
he's
shut
gonna be
up?
taken down.
Who's Miller Savage?
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Hi.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. And that's caught.
Finally,
It's
a
Kelce.
touchdown, bro.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
I finally got a
Travis
touchdown.
Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Hill shedding the tackle. Oh, he sheds himself.
Yo,
free.
Sydney! Look what I just did, Sydney! Look what I just did, Sydney!
For a Kansas City touchdown.
I just did the same thing when I just catch
81
it.
yards on the punt return. And the Chiefs
I just went
strike
back
quickly here
all
for
of
6
them.
points.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been
Did you
quick
see?
strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back
I
on their
just
heels
went
right away,
past all
wondering
of
where it's
them.
going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached.
How is that
and
an accurate
extremely
kick? He's just
confident in
gonna
what
touch
they do.
back.
This
Yeah.
fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And the Chiefs D
surprised I didn't
closes in
injure
on him
anybody
again,
else.
and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and 11. It's some
the
extra
team,
depth in the
yeah.
secondary here. They're in the dime.
Look at all the front. Look at the front of their team.
Here's
It's
Stafford.
just all fat people.
And this is going to be
Even their coach is fat. With his fat fingers.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31.
54. Watch twist.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain
I'm
there.
so
as they
addicted
look
to the
improve
game that I
this
stayed up till
13-point
5
lead.
o'clock
Now Mahomes.
playing this.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
On what? On your
Line of scrimmage,
Xbox?
the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Oh.
Now
Yeah, I
here's
didn't even know that.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And it's
When
gonna
I had
be
a Wii U,
another
all I
first
saw was
down as
tennis.
he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
Boy.
Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Throwing now is Mahomes.
I mean, did you?
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now
Every
2nd
time you
and
get
10.
mad, you just hit yourself. Yesterday, I got so mad that I was hitting myself, too.
This is caught. Watkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Yellow.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that's caught.
That's a touchdown,
It's Kelce.
baby.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Let's go.
Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the
Slimy.
Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
He's gonna fake
There was
it.
no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, no.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside
Another
the 5.
2-point.
And he will
Yes,
get
I got
into
2
the
more
end zone
points.
to extend the lead
They
by
couldn't
2
get me on the
more.
pass.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Oh, another
This
touchback.
fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will
They
be a
really love
touchback when it comes out to the
touchbacking.
12.
That's what they're best at
And
doing.
Detroit getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They will run it. It's McKissick. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. We'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring him second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Stafford. Now he's taken down. A cheap sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football
surprised that
game.
no one's injured
They
yet.
stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
Bruh,
gives him a lead, and
he
they're
just
feeling really
fisted
good
me
about
in
how
my
they're playing.
head.
I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he
He
wants the
legit
first
just
half hat
fisted
trick.
me in my head and I
Without a
just
doubt.
fell.
Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes.
Yo, can you go
got his
farther,
man complete
please?
over the middle. It's Bell. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
I love how it's 22-0 in the second quarter.
Velasquez did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will
He
be
could have caught that.
incomplete.
He caught it and then
13
just threw it
seconds.
up.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete.
Oh my
A huge
God.
gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now Stafford. And this offense going to elect to
He
burn
just
a
got
timeout
destroyed
with 5
on that
seconds
throw.
remaining in quarter number 2.
He had no
So
air
on
to come
second down, the
through.
field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2
Look,
to the
I'm a
solar
catcher, and I'm not
plexus
even
on
gonna
that
touch
one.
back
The big
because I'm
play,
not
the
trash.
field goal, not much time left on the clock.
I just,
That's the way
why
to go
are you,
into the half.
Let's go.
So we,
Bro,
all right, folks, eager to get back to this week 4
my
matchup.
own guy
We
was
won't put up a
legit
fight.
trying to dive at our own thing.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
I'm not touchbacking because I'm not a bot.
In the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I got farther than
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
Yo, go out more.
Caught out left Intercepted
caught.
by Robinson.
Let's go, bro.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Mahomes now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's McCoy. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
These guys are trying to play WrestleMania, bro.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Mike Daniels
Just throwing when you're not supposed to be
there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15.
touchdown, baby. That's what I like to see.
Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Now, after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
These guys love touchbacking because they can't even run. They just touch back.
It comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's caught outright, Amendola. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Hey, defense, let's go.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Yellow.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Fight on these two. There's a wall, right?
I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown. I just dived into them.
McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Come on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Finally, they're not touchbacking.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. That's right, baby, they don't want
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I caught it under his feet.
Well, this defensive pressure
You have to look at that, Sydney. I just caught it under his feet.
They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs
Touchdown, baby.
LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that
Yo, they just threw my player to the floor. Get that out of here.
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
Oh, that was,
you have to be careful.
Yes, that was incomplete.
Because now you can't
when he caught the ball, he was in midair. And I just hit him on his hip in midair.
Side completion to Jones.
But he didn't get injured somehow.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Back to throw, Stafford. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down.
That was
Stafford.
so inaccurate.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around.
Sydney, you gotta go.